Hello Peanuts fans, I'm Karen from CollectPeanuts.com, and today we're going to be reorganizing my workstation. Can you see it? There's the monitor. The keyboard's right down here. Yeah, I can't get to the computer that's down here, so we need to take care of this. So because of all my projects lately, like making crafts for the Snoopy Midwest Collector Fest, going to flea markets and estate sales and just all sorts of stuff, the work is kind of piled up and things just aren't getting tidied. So I need like a little refresh to sort of recenter me, have a moment of calm in this room. And of course that comes with buying a bunch of stuff to make this happen, because you can't get organized without spending some money, right? Let's take a look at what I bought, because this is going to be the dedicated computer area, not the area where everything gets piled on. This is a Peanuts keyboard from Miniso. Now I won't be doing a ton of typing here, just looking things up on my site and such. So it doesn't have to be the best keyboard in the world, because I don't know how easy this is going to be to use. But it is just so darn cute. Of course, no keyboard would be complete without a mouse. So here's one with Snoopy on it, again from Miniso. This is not sponsored, by the way. I spent all my own money on this. We have a Type-C charging cable and a phone stand, because my phone needs to go somewhere, right? Keep it out of the way. And no office space makeover is complete without something from Ikea. This is a cable management item for a song. We have a magnetic memo board here. This is called Svensvas. Then a Vatten car. This is going to be an organizational item. Finally, we have an old cutting board that I wasn't using. We're going to pair it with these Ikea legs. There they are. These are furniture legs, but we're going to put them on this board and make a little stand for the keyboard. Speaking of reusing stuff, we're going to try and use whatever we find around here for more organization and this vintage 1990s mouse pad. Now that we've gotten through the retail therapy, it's time to get this party started. First things first, let's clear it all out. Next, I'm going to build the Ikea stuff, starting with For a Song. This bracket ended up being too small for my desktop, which is annoying because I measured and checked the website. Thanks, Ikea. Time for Plan B, whatever that is. Instead, I'm going to build the Vatten car. Thankfully, this fit just perfect, but I'm still going to want somewhere else to put this power strip. Next, some super powerful magnets for the Svensvas, or however that's pronounced. Hopefully I can get it to stay on this bar here, but it does not work that way. So let's move on to the plan B for the Vatten car, and the magnets work perfectly. So we're going to take the brackets for the Vatten car and put it on the Svensvas with UHB tape and see if that works. Spoiler alert, it works for about a week. The UHB tape does not stay on the bracket. Let's move on to the real Ikea hack, these furniture legs, which we're putting on a cutting board. Since I'm usually standing at the desk, I needed something to raise up the level so it was more comfortable to use. And this seemed like the perfect height, and it's a nice sturdy board that I just had lying about. And now you can see why I needed to get rid of this keyboard. Not only is it missing a key, the wire is fraying as well. Plus, the corded mouse really does not work in this space. I really did need them. They just happen to be peanuts. Now the keyboard stand is just a little rocky, so I'm going to put some felt pads on the bottom of the legs to make it more steady and so it doesn't scratch the surface of my vintage desk. This works great. Let's get out the mouse and the keyboard. First up, the keyboard. Can't wait to get this Snoopy phone stand out and give it a shot. It's a little awkward vertical, but horizontal, it's just perfect for watching my YouTube videos. Please like and subscribe. Let's try out the USB-C cable. And I got the bright idea to put a magnet on the back so it'll stick to the memo board or the desk. And of course, a mouse pad. Now the setup might look a little awkward, but remember, this is not going to be my daily driver, as they say. And so far, it's been a great fit for what I need to do in this space. I'm glad it's a smaller keyboard, so it doesn't take up too much room on the desk. Now that the main purpose is done, let's get decorating with all of my vintage magnets, postcards, and more. Here's some of the postcards you could have gotten if you were a sponsor of CollectPeanuts.com on Patreon. Link in the description down below. Another DIY is this 20-year-old pencil can I made from a Pringles can and newspaper comic cutouts. And for some odd reason, I like to keep my light bulb in this mug. Then my magazine files of my Midwest bag keeping habit. And now for the final product. My craft area and computer area are certainly tidier, and it'll be a lot easier to use my light tent for photography in future. Plus, I have lots more vertical storage for all of my supplies. Thanks for watching, Peanuts fans. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and a subscribe, and come join us on Patreon.com. Plus, join us at CollectPeanuts.com, where you can see so many photos taken in that light tent of my Peanuts collection, read articles about collecting peanuts, and buy something from the shop, also definitely photographed in this light tent. Happy collecting and happy organizing, Peanuts fans! Bye!